Hey Buckaroos, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be explaining the entire story of Michael Afton. This is just for people who want to know the story of Michael Afton and don't really know. So if you want to know, thank you for clicking on this video, and let's get right into it. Alright, Michael Afton was the eldest son of the Afton family, born to William Afton, who was owner of Fredbear's and later, during the business's expansion, Freddy's. He also had two younger siblings in the form of a younger brother and a sister. At some point or another, the relationship between his parents soared, leading to an eventual divorce, with William retaining custody over all three of his children. Embittered by this, Michael chose the path of delinquent. He wanted nothing to do with his father's work, which in itself was a mystery due to Mr. Afton's secretive nature. His bitterness only increased due to what his perceived in favoritism on William's part, seeing how doting and protective his father was to his younger siblings, causing Michael to bully and harass his brother at any given opportunity. However, one day he took it too far and did something that would forever haunt and change Michael. It was the year 1983, and his brother was having a birthday party at one of his father's establishments. Michael and a couple of mindless cronies proceeded to harass the little boy, resulting in him being thrown into the jaws of Fredbear. I think you can work out what happened after that, but if you don't know, his head got chomped. Michael was never the same again. Riddled with remorse and regret, the teen's personality did a complete 180, turning from big brother bully into an obedient son. Combined with the death of his brother and being exposed to the true dark nature of his father's work, the young man was racked with horrifying nightmares for many years to come. But despite all that had sacred his young mind, he at least had his little sister. That was until the incident at Circus Babies. One could only imagine what Michael felt to not only have failed as an older sibling, but once but twice. So when his father set him a task to put his sister back together, Michael did not hesitate to march towards the rental facility. Perhaps a part of him knew his father was sending him on a suicide mission as a sacrificial pawn. In the end, it was all he and everyone else had likely been in the eyes of William Afton. The deed had been done. Michael had been more than willing to allow the scooper to pierce his flesh and subsequently allow his sister freedom, with his own cadaver, to assist her as a disguise. What he wasn't hoping for was waking up on the streets looking for a hideous freak of nature, repulsive purple man that looked not of this earth. There was only one thing the scared and shunned Michael could think to do. Go look for his father. But as he had dreaded, his father had been busy whilst he was away. The Missing Children project had already begun, and despite Michael hopping to each restaurant, whether as an outsider looking in or an employee with a fake alias like Fritz, or even just changing his surname to something like Skimmit, his father was many steps ahead of him. Like always, if he could not stop his father, he could at least try and undo the damage he had done by releasing the spirits from the animatronics, only once again be wrongly accused of being his despicable father and dying as a result, only this time in a more painful manner, courtesy of the spring Bonnie. 30 years alone, rotting, feeling uninvolved, abused, and vindicant. It's hard to imagine Michael's sanity was what it once was. After dealing with the Icrosum attracted, he had awakened, and he knew there was only one thing left for him to do. I'm going to come find you. And for those of you... Alright, there you go. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I know it was short, but he did go looking for his father, and eventually did find him at the not the Pizzaplex, the simulator game, and he found him, and he ended up burning in the place with his father, and he went